Because why not? Let's get into it. I'm under the weather. So Mother Nature cannot make up her damn mind, and my sinuses are all over the place. So I'm as high as a kite off of this sinus medicine. So this is going to be an interesting review. Before I get into it, I do want to say this. Love Vixen or hate Vixen. She was right in this Eureka situation. There have been people who have commented. I've seen some comments on Twitter. I've seen some comments on like Instagram and things of that nature where people who do not like Vixen for, you know, very, very good reason. I feel like she does give off some things. I even had to check myself. Oh, child. Studio falling apart. I even had to check myself with how I judged her in this disagreement, because there are some things that, you know, the Vixen does that I don't like, right? But she was right in this situation, guys, and you cannot allow the fact that you don't like someone's attitude or behaviors to overshadow right and wrong. Eureka was wrong. Eureka was wrong. She was acting like a spoiled brat, and I felt like the Vixen gave her a lot more room than she would give anybody else, because I do believe that they had some kind of friendship coming into this, or some type of cordial relationship. And so when Eureka crossed that line, the Vixen became the bear, like she said that she was going to do if you ever tried to come for her. So I just want to say that, like, of course, you know, she rubbed some people, the Vixen rubbed some people the wrong way. I get it, but she was still right. Now let's talk about it. Who the hell is Asia mad at but herself? Like, I don't understand how she's mad at the other queens because she took time away from her outfits to help them. I'm totally here for Miss Cracker this season. I'm so upset that I did not see it for her coming in, because not only is she serving looks, not only is she giving great comedy, just like for me, I feel like she's just an overall top-notch drag queen, because she's also like giving wisdom. Even when she's upset or in mess, she still just holds herself a certain way that is just so commendable. Because Asia's going after all the queens. First of all, Monet X Change is just drained because she was in the bottom. You know what I mean? She just had to lip sync for her life. So, you know, Asia is totally disregarding the fact that she was safe. Her sister had to sing for her life, and it was up between her and another person, another queen, whether or not they were going to go home. So totally overlooked the fact that that girl is distraught at this point. Okay, she's still living in that moment. Asia's just like, well, I just, you know, I didn't, nobody asked me if I needed help. Then Miss Cracker was just like, well, you didn't look like you needed help, but there's help there. Like, now that we know that you need help, we'll help you. Like, you can't give a gift and then get mad at the person you gave the gift to when you didn't give a gift, when you didn't get a gift back. My mother always told me you should never give something wanting something in return. If you give something, give it freely from your heart and let it be that. Do not, you know, bless people or help people or give a gift and want something in return, because that's conniving. You know what I mean? That's the slickster spirit, like my mom would say. You know, you're being slick. You want something, so you're trying to manipulate me into doing something for you by giving me all these gifts. She really told me that about men. You know what I mean? She was just like, don't be accepting no gifts from no man, because he'll give you a present, but next thing you know, the next gift you got to give him is your pussy. You know what I mean? So, but it holds up in this conversation because Asia is just mad at the wrong person. I feel like I went through the same thing with Mayhem, who was, you know, mad at, yeah, she was mad at Monique for the performance she gave. Like, I feel like there's like a theme here where a lot of the queens do not take responsibility for how they do in the competition. Like, you sat there and created everybody's things. You said that you feel good when you're helping people. Who doesn't? But now you can't get mad at them because you were in the bottom. Like, that's on you, sis. You should have made yourself a priority. Yes, these are your sisters, but this is a competition. And now she's like, oh, I've been shaken back to reality, and if y'all want to compete, we can just compete. What are you talking about? Nobody gave you that kind of energy. She was just so rude. And what the hell is going on with my top queens? Like, all of my top queens are just turning into just sour milk. Because remember, I was standing for milk going into All Stars 4 or 3. And milk just soured on me real quick. And I think the same thing is starting to happen with a few of my top queens. I just don't understand how Asia and Mayhem could not see that where they were at in the competition at that time was because of them, and it was nobody else's fault but their own. Like, how can you not see that? And how are you taking out on everybody? I'm hoping that she just had a moment and, you know, just like can think about it later, but just like, you know what, I was petty, I was upset, you know, it was wrong of me to attack you guys for doing well in a competition. And let's be clear, okay? Asia didn't make everybody's outfit. She helped, she gave advice. Sit down, sweetie. You are not Aja, and the rest of the queens are not BB O'Hara, or what is her name? Zahara? The African queen. You know what I mean? It's not the same situation, Asia. You were in the bottom because of you. Let's be real here and let's take responsibility and get your head in the game. You're in my top 5. Can I just say, I don't know what it is, but I love me a redhead. And that red-headed pit crew boy, oof, man, child, every time I see him, I'm like, yes, take me, Brave, take me. Wait, Brave is a woman. It's Drag Race. So this is by far one of my favorite mini or quick drag mini challenges this season. I think that the queens were really creative. I think that it was really funny. I actually really like Eureka's look. I knew she could cinch, okay? I'm mad that they blurred out her behind. You didn't blur out the Vixen's behind when she was like in that clear outfit. And I've noticed they didn't blur out any of the other skinny queens behind. So why can't we see, you know, Eureka's, you know, Thickum's backside? I don't know what the problem was. I mean, we've even seen a little bit of ballage sometimes, especially concerning Aquaria when she got her butt out. So why can't we see Eureka's butt? Let the big girls get some love. Don't hate. So my favorite looks in this challenge were, of course, Miss Cracker. I loved Aquaria. I like Eureka's look because I think I liked her personality with it. Her and Monet X Change. I didn't like the overall look, but I felt like they sold it. Same thing with the Vixen. I didn't like the look, but I felt like she sold it. I was, you know, getting my life with their, you know, reactions to what Ru was saying. I thought that it was good. I thought that it was a really good show for them. I also like Monique's look. I thought it was, you know, they were really creative with what they had in the bag. I think that Aquaria might take this home. Aquaria or Miss Cracker. But Ru focused a lot on Monet X Change. So I don't know. I do not know. And Cameron, sweetie, we got to work on the padding. Cameron be patting them legs a little too video girlish. It don't read well. You know what I mean? The butt got to match the thighs, or the thighs got to match the butt. You got to just shade the padding down a little bit, honey. It's not reading right. I'm not surprised the Vixen won. She sold it. The look wasn't there for me, but she sold it. She was funny. And I think that's what Ru is really interested in with these queens. I'm not saying that Ru is necessarily looking for a comedy queen, but I feel like whatever theme they have this season, the Vixen is filling it. You know what I mean? The Vixen is feisty. She's good TV. She is a political queen. Aside from Bob, but Bob didn't really come on talking about being political. Not saying that Bob hit it, but every time you talk to the Vixen, she's talking about black girl magic and being political and really bringing up racism in the gay community, especially in the drag community amongst the fans. So I feel like whatever the theme is, I feel like Vixen really fits it. Doesn't take away from the fact that I think that she's winning these challenges fairly, you know what I mean? But I think that each show has a theme, and whatever theme it is, I can't quite make it out, but the Vixen is filling it. I feel like they may be looking for a political queen, because if you notice, every challenge that they have, it's very political. And so I'm thinking that Ru is looking for a queen that will take this crown and go into different environments and talk about what's going on within the gay community and really speak about it and not back down. And so far, the Vixen is the only one that's really filling that position. So I'm thinking that's what they're looking for this season. I really, really do. Let me know what you think the theme of this season is in the comment section below. So I was really excited for this theme because I like the acting challenges because it lets me know or gives me an idea of who is going to work outside of the drag community, you know what I mean? Like some people are just a look, you know what I mean? And some people can give a really great lip sync, but then there are those queens who can do all of that and act. And I'm always excited about that because I think that the drag community is just not really represented, not at all really, outside from Rupaul and, you know, mainstream media and mainstream entertainment. And I'm really excited about who could do that, who could take it to the next level. I thought that Willem was doing really good for a minute, but I haven't seen Willem in anything recently, but that doesn't mean that Willem ain't working. But you know what I mean? It always just gets me excited because I know who to look out for, you know what I mean? It always gets me excited, I guess, when I see a queen coming over into my world. You know what I mean? Like, I like it. It's a crossover. So the Vixen won. So she picking the teams. And all the queens were like, shade, because they know Vixen is a shady queen. Outwardly. You know what I mean? Half of them are shady in the confessionals. But Vixen, the Vixen, is shady to your face. And she wants you to know it. Oh, she's so shady. So the two people that have gotten on everybody's nerves this season thus far are teamed up together. Aquaria and Eureka. Now, this team up can either be a disaster or a really good thing. So the Vixen either shot herself in the foot or she made one of the best decisions for herself in this competition. We will see. We will see. Shania Twain, how did I miss this in the promos? I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a Shania Twain stan. Since I was a child, that woman can sing and perform, and I wanted to get tickets to see her perform in Vegas, and this is why I will never give hints to what I want for my birthday ever again. Or if I really want something, I'm not going to give you hints, I'm just going to tell you, but if I don't think you're getting it, I'm just going to get it my damn self, because I was giving hints to my family and saying, you know, yeah, I really want to go to that Shania Twain concert, and they thought I was joking, but I was dead serious. I really wanted to see her concert in Vegas, and I never got the tickets. I'm still bitter about that. So if Shania Twain ever wants to come out of retirement and do another concert, please believe my black behind is going to be front row bedazzled and singing every word of each and every song because I am a Shania stan. You better recognize me much. So you got the look, but do you have the touch? Now don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright, but that won't keep me warm in the middle of the night. That don't impress me much. Hey! The Vixen. Sis, I just don't think it's a good idea. Like, so the Vixen and Asia O'Hara come up with this idea that they're going to be Aquaria and Miss Cracker in their talk show, you know, performance that they're going to shoot. And I just don't think that the Vixen and Aquaria are in a good place to be joking like that. You know what I mean? Like the last time we saw them interact was when they had that conversation, or when the Vixen brought up that, you know, Aquaria was basically the embodiment of white feminism and drag, right? And I didn't really see any healing happen after that, or any kind of, you know, I didn't see them move forward in their relationship to be here where you're making a joke of a situation that's pretty serious to her. And then throwing Miss Cracker in it. I don't know. I think it's in poor taste. We'll see how it plays out. Here we go with mayhem. Sis, I love your drag. I really, really do. Go home. This competition is not for you. You are a look. I think that's what it is. Mayhem is a look. I don't think that Mayhem is a performer, because when it comes to performances, Mayhem just is like blank. And I feel so sorry for Miss Cracker because she's trying to get something out of her, and Mayhem is just like, and you know when mothers start pulling on that air, she about to disappear. You know, she about to fade into, you know, the background, but she can't. Not in this. It's a two people scene. And I don't know. Mayhem, you might be in trouble again. And who you gonna blame this time? You better not blame Miss Cracker. You will get snatched, okay? Them wigs, that contact, everything. That voice. She gives me black kid that went to a white high school and graduated from Howard University. She gives me Tisha Campbell and good and bad hair. Don't you wish you had hair like this? Cause the boys would give you a kiss. That chick. That's Mayhem. I love how my girl Miss Vanjie keeps on being brought up in every episode. It lets you know how much of an impactful character she was on this show. And I hope that Rue doesn't miss an opportunity to bring her back, because everybody's saying bring her back for All Stars, but she has to come back on this season because she was so impactful and she was only there for one episode and they're still talking about her. The producers had to know that while filming that they had to bring Vanjie back. Everybody was talking about it. I'm hoping that they didn't miss this opportunity and not bring her back. There has to be some kind of twist. There has to be. Like, she has to come back. She's in every episode at this point. Girl, you gonna soar. She's the new, not the new, but she is taking the Shangela train straight up to stardom. Or is it train or stool, step? Whatever. I'm high. Monique and Blair did so well. I was nervous for Blair in the beginning because I was just like, here go Broadway, baby, serving me community church play. Like, girl, I was just like, what is this community theater church rehearsal room performance? But she brought it back, and I really think that it really has to, we have to give credit to Monique, because I feel like Monique brought that out of Blair, because Blair was sinking, you know what I mean? And Monique just really came out and did the damn thing. I was really proud of the work that she did. And when the wigs got pulled and then Monique had another wig on, yes, they did really good. I wouldn't be surprised if they won. I haven't seen the other girls yet, but that was a really strong performance, especially with the Vanjie. Rue, y'all gotta bring her back. And where the hell was I? When did they send out this casting saying that they wanted somebody in the audience for a Drag Race show? World of Wonder, what are you doing? Get at your girl. Monet and Cameron. Monet, I'm disappointed. I thought Monet was going to kill it. I've actually seen some of her drag performances on YouTube, and she's hilarious. So I don't know what happened here. Maybe she wasn't feeling it, or maybe she wasn't expecting Cameron to like fully commit to the character. I don't know, but I was just disappointed because I saw her walk out and I was already laughing, and then that was the only time I laughed, when I watched their scene. I feel bad for Miss Cracker because I wish she had a better partner. I feel like maybe if we got Miss Cracker and Monet Exchange together, we could have got a better scene, because I felt like Miss Cracker's comedy was very... it was calculated and it was very smart. And I felt like, what's her name? Mayhem just wasn't catching it. And Mayhem is not a performer. Not like that. Mayhem's not an actor. She's not a comedian. Mayhem is a look. Mayhem is a look queen. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But Miss Cracker is all of that and then some. And I just felt like the scene was dragging because she didn't have a partner that she could work with. And you're only as good as your scene partner, so... Womp womp. The Vixen and Asia spent too much time being shady and trying to be petty against Aquaria and Miss Cracker, and they should have rehearsed their performance because this was all over the place. I think they had one funny moment, and that was the wig reveal, but other than that, it was like, I don't know what this is. It looked like discombobulated, unrehearsed. The jokes weren't landing, and I'm just like, you spent too much time trying to go after somebody else, and you should have been working on your performance. This is what I'm saying about the Vixen. Like, I think that she's a queen for now. I think she really is a queen that we need to see more of. But I do not think she came on this show using, like, wisdom. I tried to say something else, you know, nicer, but the thing about it is she's not being smart. This is your branding moment. This is your time to book shows. This is your time to make yourself a star on this show, because you don't know how long you're going to last, and you're wasting so much time getting into unnecessary drama and doing these petty things to get at people and not focusing on your performance. Like, some things she just leaps into a win, you know, not really knowing what she did, but just being herself. Because some challenges are just her. It's just her wheelhouse, and she gets it, right? But then she gets to these things where she needs to really be working. She needs to constantly be branding, and she's not doing that. And that bothers me, because it is very hard for Black queens to get booked. And she's not using, you know, she's not using a thinker. You know what I mean? She's too busy using this and not using this, and it's going to continue to keep her in a position where she is just not going to be able to take off from this show. And that's what RuPaul's Drag Race is. It is a platform that you can use to take yourself to the next level. Like, there are so many queens who have been on this show who have faded away, and then there are those queens who knew what they were doing, who came on the show, who had a plan, or at least was just like, I'm gonna make sure you remember me. And we remember them. 10 years later, there are queens who are working that we remember. Hello, Morgan. Wake up. What did I say? This will either be the smartest thing that the Vixen did, or it will be the dumbest thing. She shot herself in the foot. She shot herself in the foot trying to tank Eureka and Aquaria, and they actually did far better than she did in her scene with Asia O'Hara. See? You can't win when you're playing dirty. You can't win when you're playing dirty. Mayhem was in the middle of that argument. Like, sat and watched the whole thing with Eureka and the Vixen, and she came out with the understanding that the Vixen was angry. Really? Just the Vixen. She wasn't provoked? Like, did you not see Eureka over there poking her and then telling you that that's what she intentionally did? Oh, mayhem. So, I like where it went. You know what I mean? I told you guys there is something deep inside of Vixen that, you know, makes her have like this very rough exterior, but she's very soft inside. Same thing with Eureka. I think the issue with the both of them is they're the same person. The problem is they have both been bullied and mistreated because of Eureka, her size, and the fact that, you know, she is gay and flamboyant and does drag, and the Vixen, she's black, she does drag. She is gay and, you know, very, very vocal, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, especially a lot of people who have privilege, do not like people like that and mistreat people who are like that and get away with it because they have that privilege. So they're both going through similar situations, and some are the same thing. Some of the situations are the same, right? And the Vixen said something that just broke my heart. She said, my damage next to Eureka's damage doesn't mix well. Pain. They are both in pain. And that is how they react when they feel hurt or when somebody is doing something that reminds them of what they have endured as, you know, children or younger people. And it's unfortunate. It really, really is. But I'm glad that they were able to move forward in a positive way. And I think that friendship is going to be something that will be healthy for the both of them, because I feel like they're very similar, and I feel like they can learn from each other. They can learn more from each other than they can learn separate from each other. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that they made that decision to move forward. I'm glad that, you know, the door is still open for some kind of friendship, because I feel like it could be healthy for the both of them since they are both dealing with similar pain. Rue looks amazing. I feel like I say that every episode. I'm telling y'all, they use this budget wisely, because Rue looks sickening, and you should. This is your show. I'm loving it. I'm loving the hair. I'm loving the jewels. I'm loving the dress. The fit was really nice. Really good job. Makeup, yeah. The lady from Claws, I don't remember her, but she's on that show. I wish she would have came with a little, her nails were sickening. I wish the outfit matched that. My beautiful queen, Shania Twain. Gorgeous. Hairline, everything. Like, her hairline is sickening, okay? The jewels, she looked beautiful. You know what? With this hair, she reminds me of Miss Tina Knowles. Like, she was giving me Beyonce's mama. Category is denim and diamonds. I love this runway. Like, I'm loving it. I just think that this is really going to be a runway that allows the queens to really go there. I'm not saying creatively, but we're going to get some looks. We're going to get some looks. Case in point, Monet Exchange. In my opinion, this is the best she's ever looked. Aside from that Ice Queen look, I really like that Ice Queen look. But I'm loving this wig. I'm loving that she's playing with different wigs, taking Rue's notes. I love the whole denim outfit. You could tell that she loved it too, because she was working that runway. Cameron, sis, now you know that's my sis. She normally really slays the runway. This look just read cheap. I think it's the material that she used. It did not read well made on the runway, and it's unfortunate, because I was looking forward to Cameron. I really was, but this one didn't work. The wig too. Cameron, you got to get some real hair wigs, because, and maybe you don't know this, but synthetic wigs read extra shiny. this damn train. I'm telling you, when I finally book a national commercial and get up out of this Glendale facility, I'm not in prison. It's just, I cannot stand living next to a train. But the rent is cheap. You got to do what you got to do. I'm not sponsored yet. It's coming. But I digress. Cameron, I don't think she knows yet that on HD cameras, your synthetic wigs read very shiny. That's why a lot of queens put like powder on them to like take off the shine, because the HD cameras just pick it up and magnifies it. So this wig just doesn't look like it's a good quality on her. The makeup is a little hard. This look was a no for me. No. But come through titties. Yes! Vixen. Love, love, love the dress. I love the jewels. Hated the wig. I wish she would have had a wig like Monet, or maybe just did like a huge afro wig, something. I felt like with that outfit, you needed amazing hair, and she didn't show it. Vixen is always like she's always like a not full hit, but a hit, you know what I mean? And then a total miss. I need her to hit it. She has to have a hit it moment to stay in this competition. Asia O'Hara, I'm not surprised. This is her wheelhouse, and she looked sickening. Aquaria, gorgeous. Gorgeous from head to toe. It's such a completely realized, well thought out look. Like everything looks like it took time. And that's what I love about Aquaria. I feel like she really thinks about these looks and just slays every time. Love it. Love it. I love Eureka's look. I loved it. I loved the hair. I loved the explanation. I loved her personality. She could tell that she loved this look as well. Like, she did the damn thing. I liked it. I really, really did. I like Eureka. I hate when she gets into these petty, you know, arguments on this show, because she's such a fun character to watch on this show, and I think she's a great performer. I hate when she gets caught in the drama, because it doesn't look well for her. It just bodes like really ugly, and people start finding stuff about her and bringing it out to the fans, and it's just like, oh sis, stay in this happy, joyous, peace and unity place, and you'll go far. You will go far, because you got it, sis. You got it. Blair. I always like Blair from the neck up. The outfits for me just never work. I think the outfits that looked passable were the gowns that she like bought, or was like, you know, got out of, you know, some rich chick's closet. And how I knew they weren't her gowns was that they were ill-fitted. You know, her looks are just so pedestrian, you know, but the wig looks nice. I love her makeup. The outfit is a no for me. And those cheap Charlotte Russe shoes. You cannot come on RuPaul's Drag Race with anything from Charlotte Russe. Seriously. You at least got to start at like the Bloomingdale's clearance section, because we clocking everything. You don't think we're going to clock the shoes? We clock the hair. So we're going to clock them shoes. Word. Monique. Loved her look before she did that giraffe reveal. It didn't work. It didn't work. But that whole outfit, the whole jean outfit that she wore when she first came down that runway, I was like, I want that tonight. Like, I would look sickening in that. Yes, let these thick chocolate thighs fly. You know, I'm sorry, I just went somewhere. But that was a cute look. And then she revealed the giraffe. The Vixen and Monique could stand to take some notes from Aquaria and Asia O'Hara about makeup. They really know how to do their makeup well, and I think that is the one thing holding back the Vixen and Monique. Like, they have great looks. Well, Monique, sorry, the Vixen. Your hand, like the stuff that the Vixen makes looks great. That Chicago outfit, perfect. I think she's great with the DIY, but I feel like the makeup I don't know. I feel like season 10, you gotta like know how to contour, okay? I'm sorry, sis. Like, you really gotta step it up, especially when you have somebody like Aquaria who is doing great makeup. Somebody like Asia O'Hara who did that Tweety Bird outfit that I'm still gagging about. The makeup, the hair, the whole thing was just, oof. A scene, okay? When you're competing with people like that, the stuff that you do that doesn't match up is magnified. Watch them in the workroom and learn. Aja did the same damn thing. Look at her now. Stay woke. I like the fact that Mayhem went with a different color. It didn't read jean to me. Maybe the material is jean, but it didn't read like denim. And I don't know. but the look was cute. I like the fact that she did a different color. Of course, her makeup and her, you know, wigs beat to the gods. Okay, she looks great. That's one thing Mayhem has. She is a look. And I was like, I would really like to see her, you know, have slayed the runway in something, you know, more visibly denim. Miss Cracker is going to go far. Dare I say it, she may win this competition. Every look is just, whoo, her and Aquaria, those are the ones to beat. Those are the ones to beat. They are just, their looks save them every time because the looks are so well put together, well thought out. It's just this whole look that she had. I was in it. I was in it. I was in it with the story, with everything. Oh, I'm so mad I ain't clock her when she first came on this show. Never go off promo looks. I like how the Vixen said, I'm not going to throw Asia under the bus. And then she does just that. Listen, your performance fell flat. Asia was safe. Y'all were both in the same scene. It was you, sis, not Asia. Even if your scene partner doesn't deliver, it's still on you. If you throw out a cue and they don't pick it up, throw it harder. They probably didn't catch it. You know what I mean? So that means that you got to work a bit harder for them to catch where you're trying to go. And if it doesn't work, then you catch where they're trying to go and make a moment. That's improv. You got to see where those moments are and you have to take them. But the Vixen was so focused on what she was doing, she wasn't thinking about her scene partner and making it into something that could be like a fun experience for the both of them. But she was so stuck on, these are my notes. This is what I'm supposed to do. I did this. You're supposed to do that. That's not improv, baby. You're planning a scene. You can never plan improv. You can have going with your cues. These are the buttons. These are the notes, and that's it. Everything else, you got to let it happen. Sometimes you could go in with a button. You could go in with some notes and be like, okay, these are just the characters we're just going to be, right? You can have these things. It probably works out totally different. It always does, to be quite honest with you, work out totally different in front of the audience because you realize that the audience is laughing at stuff that you didn't think was funny. You got to stay there. Where they laugh is where you stay because that is what that's what you're doing. You're basically putting on a non-scripted show as a comedian. So when the audience laughs at something, you realize, ding, 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 that's what's working here. Let's stay here and figure it out. But the Vixen kept on jumping and missing all of these cues that the audience was giving because she was so focused on the cues that her and Asia prepared and it just wasn't working. That's why Asia's safe because she caught some cue and she stuck with it. Own it. Miss Vanjie is all up and through this episode. She's a winner, baby. So Miss Cracker is safe and Eureka wins. I understand and I do agree, but I think it is just some good tea served piping hot right back to the Vixen who tried to tank her and actually set that girl up for a win. Child, learn from this. I thought the Vixen was going to lip sync for her life. Monet is back in the bottom and so is Mayhem. I don't know, guys. I don't know who's going. You know what? It may be Mayhem because it depends on the song. If it's a Shania Twain song, Monet, you may be going home. Because I feel like this is the Mayhem's wheelhouse. It's the Mayhem. I feel like this may be Mayhem's wheelhouse, but I don't know. I think Monet Exchange is a very great performer. Guys, I'm shocked. I can't believe it. I thought that, but remember what I said earlier. The Vixen, she is right. She is right for the theme of this show. She is somebody that they are gunning for. I don't think they're setting her up to win, but I think whatever this theme is, she fits that. And she's the only one who really fits it right now. So you got to keep that personality around. You got to keep that queen around who really fits what you're trying to do for the queens moving forward in this season. You know what I mean? I feel like every queen has some kind of personality that fit the theme that the show was going for that season, and the Vixen fits it. The Vixen fits it, but I felt like she deserved to be in the bottom. I think that Monet gave us something, but to be quite honest with you, either one of them, you know what I mean? They were all in the bottom three, rightfully so, but these New York queens, man, y'all are not doing the no, I won't say that because y'all doing the hometown proud. I'm just shocked that these New York queens are just getting obliterated on this season. shot. Monet's makeup, glorious. I'm gonna take some pictures of it and get like some close-up shots and try to recreate it. I probably won't do anything close to what she's doing, but I'm inspired. And when I get inspired, things happen. Take note. Shout out to Pretty Little Things, right? This was some of their brand giveaway items at Coachella. Yeah, this is one of them. I got a couple of other fabulous garments. I'll show y'all later. I got like a bunch of branding stuff, guys, that people like send to me. I got like a lot of makeup stuff and hair stuff. Tons of stuff that I cannot wait to share with you guys. So stay tuned. Look up on my other videos. If you're here just for Drag Race, stay tuned. I got a lot more stuff coming your way. Let's continue. They are lip syncing to my favorite song. Like, at this point, I don't know who's going to win because this song is like so iconic. Like, you can't mess it up. You can't mess it up unless you're like in your head. So I'm excited to see what's about to happen.
Let's go, girls.
I don't know because I thought Monet Exchange had it and then she started having wardrobe malfunctions. And you know Ru hates wardrobe malfunctions. Like, if you're going to lip sync for your life and you're going to do tearaways and all of that stuff, you better be prepared to make it work. And those chaps didn't come off like she wanted. I don't know, Monet. I thought it was yours to win. And then she did something with the wig, and I thought that that was an accident, but I think that she saved it. You know what I mean? Like, her wig started to come off, and then she was like, man, I feel like a woman. So I don't know if that was, see, the thing, it wasn't clear. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Mayhem may live another day. So Monet actually pulled it out, and Ru was, she liked her performance more. I was nervous because she had some malfunctions, and like I said before, Ru don't like malfunctions, but Monet, comedy-wise, like overall queen-wise, I feel like she's a better performer because she gives comedy. She could just give levels. Mayhem is a look. She's a pretty girl, and there's nothing wrong with that. There are pretty glam drag queens who do well, you know what I mean? But I think for this show, they want like an overall queen that could not only serve you a look, but also give you a great performance, whether acting, whether comedy, whether drama. I feel like Monet can do that more than Mayhem. I don't think she's the best at it because she needs work. But I think in that lip sync for your life and at the, you know, to judge them concerning the competition, I just feel like Monet just did better overall. So that's why she's here. But it was close, sis. Do not get in that bottom next week or you are going home. That's where it ends. It was a really good episode. I've been enjoying this season, except for that one episode where Ru was a little off and a little sick. But I've been enjoying everything else, and nothing has been able to touch the Untuck, which I'm about to watch. I'll put it somewhere right here. So just click on that and watch Untuck with me. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really do appreciate your presence here on my channel. It makes a sister feel loved. Seriously. And if you like what you see here, my loves, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you soon for Untuck. Stay tuned.